The upcoming storyline on Days of Our Lives is about to turn explosively emotional as Sarah Horton Kiriakis finally learns the truth about Xander Kiriakis' latest deception. And this time, the fallout could destroy them for good. 4 weeks now, their fragile reunion has been hanging by a thread, built on lies and half-truths that Xander keeps burying deeper. Sarah had begun to trust him again, convincing herself that maybe she was wrong about him being the one who brutally attacked Philip Kiriakis. She wanted to believe that Xander had changed, that the man she once loved had grown past his violent tendencies. But in reality, Xander was the man who nearly destroyed Philip, and that secret is still eating away at him from the inside. His guilt is suffocating. Even as he sits in therapy sessions with Sarah, trying to rebuild what they once had, he can barely meet her eyes. He knows she's rebuilding her life on a lie, and that knowledge is tearing him apart. Therapy, which was supposed to heal them, instead becomes a slow-burning torture for Xander as he's forced to listen to Sarah talk about trust, honesty, and forgiveness, 3 things he's trampling on every time he stays silent. Sooner or later, this dam of deceit will burst. Xander might confess during one of his emotional breakdowns, unable to hold it in anymore. Or perhaps the truth will come out another way, maybe through Philip himself or Maggie Kiriakis, who has been suspicious that something isn't quite right. However it happens, the moment Sarah learns that she was right all along, that Xander truly did beat Philip nearly to death, she will be devastated. Her anger will be volcanic, but beneath it, her heartbreak will be far worse. She believed in Xander again. She defended him. And now, she'll feel like a fool for ever opening her heart to him. The confrontation between them is going to be brutal. Sarah will lash out with every ounce of betrayal she feels, accusing Xander of being incapable of change, of being addicted to violence and lies. She'll tell him that every promise he's made was empty and that she's finally done forgiving him. For Xander, hearing those words will be soul-crushing, but he'll know he deserves every bit of it. When Sarah walks out, it won't just be the end of their relationship, it'll be the end of the last piece of redemption he thought he had left. But Days of Our Lives never lets heartbreak sit still for long. In her emotional wreckage, Sarah will go looking for comfort, and that's when Brady Black comes into the picture. Brady's been carrying his own emotional baggage lately, especially with Rachel Black's growing instability and dangerous behavior. He's been stretched thin trying to protect Rachel from herself, and with her about to suffer another memory flood related to E.J. DiMera's shooting, Brady's world will spiral even further out of control. When Rachel's suppressed memories begin to resurface, memories that might expose her role in E.J.'s shooting, Brady will feel helpless, terrified for his daughter, and desperate for someone to understand. And that's when his and Sarah's pain will intersect. Both of them will be broken, lost, and emotionally raw. Sarah, reeling from betrayal, and Brady, drowning in guilt and worry, will find themselves drawn together in a moment of vulnerability. The two will comfort each other, trying to fill the voids left by Xander and Rachel. It may start as a conversation, perhaps over drinks, perhaps after another long day at the hospital, but the emotional intensity between them will quickly shift into something physical. Before they realize what's happening, Sarah and Brady may end up in bed together, giving in to the kind of desperate need that comes from heartbreak rather than love. It won't be planned, it won't be romantic, it'll be raw, messy, and deeply human. Sarah will seek solace in Brady's arms, and Brady will need someone to hold on to as his world unravels. But when the morning comes, the guilt will hit both of them like a thunderbolt. Sarah will be torn apart by what she's done, while Brady will realize he's just created a brand new mess, especially once Xander finds out. And he will. Xander's temper, already volatile, will explode when he learns that Sarah has been with Brady. The man who claims he's trying to change will be put to the ultimate test, whether he lashes out in rage again or finally proves he can control himself. Meanwhile, Sarah's betrayal will mirror what Xander did to her, and that symmetry will make their story all the more painful. She'll hate herself for sinking to the same emotional level, even as she tries to convince herself that she didn't do anything wrong. After all, she'll argue, Xander destroyed their marriage long before she ever touched Brady. This twist doesn't just shake up Sarah and Xander's marriage, it could also reignite long-buried tensions between Brady and Xander, who have never exactly been friends. It'll create ripple effects throughout Salem, with Maggie trying to pick up the pieces while Sarah retreats into guilt and Brady drowns in family chaos. As the emotional dust settles, one thing becomes clear. There's no easy way back for Sarah and Xander this time. The trust is shattered, and the emotional damage may be too deep to repair. Still, in classic DOL fashion,